we got a monthly report, and I don't know if there's anything good in there, to be honest. But the expectation is the monthly report after CitizenCon's probably not going to be that good. So we'll see, I guess. I have no idea. But I got this scene back up since the computer broke. It's just missing the title at the bottom. So this is the October monthly report, which is, we're busy for CitizenCon. I tend to ignore all of this stuff, but AI content team supported social behaviors tied to Stanton's derelict outposts and settlements, which will be used for new mission content. I just fought against AI at the bunkers, and there were 30 of them outside. It was pretty wild. So I don't know what they're looking for there. As neutral players can visit, look, oh, this is the neutral NPCs. I find this weird that this is done last month when we've had this for a really long time. So maybe they're just doing more with it, but they're acting as if they're doing it for the first time, which is a little bit weird. Team also worked on Task Force 4.0, which is validating social AI in various stations around Pyro. They also reviewed Stanton's landing zone to see where the improvements can be made. I got an idea of where improvements can be made. Maybe don't have 10,000 AI, hiding in the walls. That'll be a good thing. October saw AI features improving human combat for 4.0. For first reactions, the behavior was refactored to provide a more consistent response across the range of situations. This was thoroughly tested in a test cell. What I'm noticing with AI now is, chat's not on screen. Done. Happy now? There we go. Now chat can see how toxic you are. So what I noticed is, for like first reactions, is the AI are dead, completely dead. And then when you take one of them out, they they wake up and they're pretty reactive, and they are like, they won't hit you in the head, but they'll hit you in the chest and arms and legs a lot, right? Then the team continued to iterate on functionality for NPCs, healing down friendlies. I think this happened to Expat just yesterday. Like a random enemy AI healed Expat, I think, which is pretty cool. For ammo and weapon management, the dev looked at reload functionality, including behavior for switching to a sidearm when picking up ammo or looting from bodies. Bro, what was this? CitizenCon 2022? This was supposed to be a thing, and it's still not happening. I am tired. I am tired of reading about all the things they're doing with AI and then having a complete disaster of a server that just can't run any of them, right? The Valacar was debuted, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is what matters. AI tech continues to support server meshing, synchronizing the subsumption component between dedicated servers so that NPCs can continue their assigned behaviors when switching. That's it. That's all. That's what matters right now. Nothing else. First pass of dynamic cover generation from planets was also completed. Okay. First pass is a very interesting way of saying we just made it for CitizenCon. Right? They implemented the first pass. I think that's bullshit. Because we've lived this. We've lived through this already. CitizenCon 2023, 2022. It's always, that's just the first pass. Oh, yeah, that's the first pass. But then it never really happens, right? So I'll believe it when it's in the game or in a PTU or on a card or whatever, right? They also made improvements to ship AI features, including planetary surface avoidance. I don't know where I was fighting yesterday, but it was pretty good. I think at a distro center, the AI was like kind of smart. And then more stuff, they star script and blah, 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 like just very game devy stuff that I don't think really is going to affect us much, especially around AI. Spent enough time on AI. Last month, the animation team worked on the Valacar, obviously, Space Cow, alongside adjustments to the Copian. They also provided facial animations for PU characters. Probably Squadron 42 characters. Prepped for an upcoming narrative shoot. Interesting. Very interesting, actually. Do you think this is a new, um, like a mission giver, or refreshing an old one? Is that the one with Jared? Ugh, yeah, maybe. Narrative shoot, IAE commercial. Yeah, you're right. Why would I ever think that it would be the game? Why would I think it would be in the game? Why would I ever think that? You know? Sorry. I'm mistaken. Character art. Character art team is focused on tasks related to CitizenCon. After the event, the team continue creating utility and specialist armors, including color and material variants. All right, like we have an SCL about them today or this weekend, so I'm excited to hear that. Then ship art, Polaris, Starlancer Max, and then a bunch of unannounced vehicles for CitizenCon, right? Community, this was all the SitCon bar citizen stuff, I think. Recognize some people there. I just don't know what to think about CitizenCon right now. Economy. It's hard to read nothing here when we know there's a lot going on. The economy team continued to work on Pyro and began implementing some of the balance changes mentioned in previous monthly reports. I was talking to Cullen. I don't know if he said anything yet, but there are huge changes, man. Prices of things have gone way up. We know that, the mission stuff is kind of down in terms of how much we make. So no more inflation, or not as much. Mission design. In October, the mission they did they finalized the save Stanton quest chain. I mean, have we played it yet? Finalized it and bug fixing are obviously two different things, but man, is it rough. This features 3 new modular missions. They also created a journal entry for players to track their progression through the event. That's really useful, and I love that, especially because in order to move through the quest, I don't have to do the same mission 6 times. I can do a combination of 2 to 3 missions 6 times, which is pretty cool. The mission system refactor progressed, and I could tell you that in 4.0, it is there, and it is holding your missions through server crashes, or server recoveries, I should say. We had a blast attending CitizenCon. They also plan tasks for future releases. Okay. Narrative. I don't see anything here. Just text for mission content. I don't want to read text anymore. It's 2024. Online technology. In October, the online services team progressed with features for Alpha 4.0. I gotta say, I'm halfway through this thing, and I haven't seen anything exciting yet, which is kind of a bummer. Nothing here as well. Internal QA testing means Wave 1 or Open PTU nowadays, right? R&D team spent the last few months supporting the introduction of dynamic weather. Apparently, I'm supposed to read all of this because it actually matters. I don't think it does, though. I think the person who's telling me this, just based on what I'm seeing at the first sentence of every paragraph, is it's all just art. But if you aren't watching 4.0, I think that would be a way better place to point you if you care about what's in this section. The clouds in 4.0, I don't know if they are on the planets in Stanton, because I haven't spent much time there. They are special. It's special. Right? I'm really, really impressed. And I'll leave it at that. So this is supporting clouds, wet weather, rain volume. There are columns of rain underneath heavy clouds to make it look like it's raining. If you've ever lived in Florida, you know what a rain column is. Moving clouds, a smoother look, changes were made. It works. It's really, really, really impressive. And then VFX, wow, that's it. We're missing the only section that matters. What? I kept scrolling and where's the core gameplay section? What? I'm going to take this time to say this. I think this year's CitizenCon was really important, but not every panel was important necessarily. I think to me personally, a couple panels were important. CitizenCon, I don't know how much money it made, but it didn't make a lot in comparison to previous years so far. And they had one of their worst Octobers in years. And they put PowerPoint presentations at CitizenCon to attempt to make money to some extent, as well as a demo that ended up crashing a bunch of times, above the day in and day out work on the game. So whenever somebody tells you you don't understand game development when you complain about CIG's processes, this is a perfect moment to prove them wrong. Because any other game studio wouldn't do it this way. The day in and day out work on the game, its engine, its tech, whatever, would be the only thing that matters, right? But again, I thought the 1.0 PowerPoint presentation was incredibly important, but none of that work for the most part is really going on right now, right? That's high-level design. This is what we want to do. This is what we're working towards. Outside of that, the fact that the entire studio shut down to work on that stuff or whatever, I'm not going to say I don't know. I have no idea what happened. But if we are not going to be updating players on the core gameplay feature, but we're going to be updating them on literally everything else, it's just the essence of what this project is all about, right? A massive paragraph on clouds, one sentence on economy, and 0 sentences on core gameplay, and 15 sections of art and AI of which don't work. Maybe I can't. I can't even be bothered to be mad anymore. It's hilarious to me at this point. I can't even get mad. It just doesn't. It's just so stupid. It doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure work is going on those things. So the fact that they're not updating us on them, whatever. Who cares? I literally don't care. Make the game. I'm so tired.